Warriors lose 117-112 to the Lakers. Game one of the second round of Western Conference. And I mean, in a sense, this was kind of foreseen. And I say that because if you guys haven't seen, the Lakers are probably one of the hottest teams out there in the playoffs. And then on top of that, they're just big compared to the Warriors. That's for damn sure. Warriors right now, they're good. And this is going to be the whole series. Actually, with almost any team from here on out, the Warriors. I mean, the tallest guy they got was Looney. Barely 6'9", and then you got Draymond. That's about it, 6'8", and they're gonna struggle. They can't stop Anthony Davis, who I think he had like 30 points, 20 some rebounds, or some shit like that. He was just a beast, and I think the Warriors, they did as best they could, but I think they needed to, in my opinion, if they were going to foul, they should have just roughed them up a little bit. That's my thoughts. Make it tougher for Anthony Davis if he's going to have to. And you know what? Shout out to him. He was making his freaking free throws, man. So it is what it is. But I think they just got to make it a little bit more difficult for him. And, I think if Anthony Davis could play like this the entire series, Warriors going to have their work cut out for them. I don't know if they can take the series or not, because it's just tough when you're playing a much larger skill set team, and they play down obviously in the blocks very well. Anthony Davis is probably, if he plays to his potential, one of the top 5 players in the league, I feel like, but he's got to play to his potential. That's the thing. It's just how does he fit in, and how hard of an effort he puts into it. So other than that, I think Steph and Clay had an okay game. I think they had like 27, 25-ish each. And Steph didn't really get going till about the fourth quarter. And I felt like the fourth quarter, because they were down by they were down by 14 at one point. But the Warriors will, with that 3-pointer, they'll always be in it. And they were able to claw themselves back in. I think they figured something out in that fourth quarter. I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see how the Warriors do in game 2 coming up. And I say that because if you watch that fourth quarter, the Warriors figured something out. I felt like they finally were able to get Steph some room to be able to shoot and get some freedom. And my thoughts are, I think they're realizing they're going to have to play up and down. It's a different game from when they played Sacramento versus the Lakers. Because right now I'm playing LA, they're not as fast and up, tempo as Sacramento. So Warriors are going to have to switch Rooney, I guess you could say, because they were pushing it against Sacramento. They felt like there was times they had to slow down, and I think that's when they were a better team, when they slowed down. Against the Lakers, I feel like they're going to have to speed it up and just run. And my thoughts are they're going to have to run Anthony Davis to the ground. Just run him, because carrying that large of a frame, it's going to be difficult for him to be able to go, the entire game for 6-7 game series. So that's what I would do. And then on top of that, I think the Warriors, they're shooting fine. They shot a lot of threes. They made a lot of threes. And I think they just got to maintain that. In reality, it's just picking up their defense. I think the turnovers, they at least minimize that, I felt. Bench has got to perform a little bit better, obviously, having Jordan Poole finally find his touch a little bit. I felt like that helped carry team. I think the Warriors are going to have to get Kuminga in there a little bit. They need a little bit of more size. They're going to have to play Kuminga some. I'm surprised they haven't put him in at all the past couple games. I would like to see him. I don't know if they quite trust him yet, but I think they're going to need him somewhere along the line in this because of his size and his athletic ability. So that's my thoughts on that. In regards to what I felt about Jordan Poole's shot, that's what everybody's talking about, that last shot. I don't have an issue with that shot whatsoever. I really don't. He was 6'4", 10 going in, shooting from 3. He was shooting pretty damn good. 60% from the fucking 3-point line, guys. You guys can't complain. The only issue I would have, and everybody saw that, is like, why shoot a 30-foot? He could have took one more step forward. But if you guys really look at that play again, the way it transpired, it wasn't so much that where he took the shot, it's so much where he set up to take that shot. If he would actually, and I think the reason was because they doubled Steph right past that half-court line, and so Steph kind of had to move the ball as soon as possible. And I don't think Jordan got close enough to the hoop because he was kind of in the back, kind of in case he needed to help Steph out a little bit. So that's what I feel like what kind of happened. So he kind of took that shot. I think he needed to realize he had a little bit more time. He could have took an extra step forward, a bounce maybe forward, but the defense was, obviously rotating towards him anyways. So my thoughts are he could have been just a step ahead, closer to the three-point line when he got that pass to take the shot. That's what I think he could have been. But in reality, I don't feel bad that he took the shot. Yeah, it fucking sucks it didn't go in. If it went in, we wouldn't have the conversation. People wouldn't have a hoopla saying it was a horrible shot. The only thing I would say it was bad about it is because it was 30 feet instead of 28 feet. I guess I get, or 27 feet. You know what I'm saying? But he was making them anyways. He was making his shots, and he's done it before. So, and he was open, guys. At the end, he was open. The whole team lives and dies by the three. And I understand they're like, well, Steph, they could have kept dribbling. That's the only other thing, though. They did have 10, 11 more seconds, so they could have ran a little bit more around to see if they can free up Steph or Clay. That would be the only thing. But, I mean, he's got a freaking wide open shot. Gotta take it. Gotta live and die by that. They trusted him to throw in the ball. Yes, it was upsetting. It didn't go in. But I think if you're going to take an open shot from one of the better three-point shooters on the squad, I mean, they got that. So I wasn't so disappointed in that play. I'm more disappointed in that they got to that point to have that only shot to be, the game decision winner or to, take it to overtime. So my thoughts are they need to step up on their defense, stop fucking fouling, shuffle. They need to move their feet a little bit. The rotation has been fine. Lakers luckily aren't hitting the threes, knock on wood that they don't, because if that is the case, they could have been a way big blowout because they had a lot of wide open shots because of the Warriors defense. But like I said, the defense, they need to move their feet more instead of, get their hands up vertically instead of fucking horizontal. That's why they're getting those fouls called. That's why there's so much foul. But I understand it's hard because the other team is just so much bigger. So I totally get that. But move your feet, get in position, and hopefully they can make it tough, especially on Anthony Davis. Just gotta make it tougher for him to score inside. That's my thoughts on that. I'm not too concerned, not too worried. The Warriors have shown that losing game one. Everybody knows game one is definitely one of those adjusting periods, and also I would take Steve Kerr as a coach, over Ham any day. And I think this is where we're going to see some adjustments from game 2 or 1 to 2. The biggest adjustment we're going to see is probably from 2 to 3. And I see that because then you got 2 games in. You already kind of have an idea how both teams are going to play. So I think game 3 and game 4 will obviously dictate who's going to win the series, because whoever the coaching and the team that can adjust the best, I think is going to end up winning the series. Hopefully it's the Warriors. Hopefully it's the Dubs. We'll see game 2. I think they're going to come out guns blazing. Lakers probably going to go home saying, hey, we split it. That's what they wanted. But like I said, the Warriors is a dangerous team, especially now on the road. So there you guys go. That's my thoughts on it. Not too worried. However, there are some concerning things, and this is going to be a battle of the three-pointers versus the grinded out, tougher, bigger squad. So we're going to see who's going to win on that end. So there you guys go, man. If you guys like this shit, subscribe.